Hello, happy Thursday, everyone. This is Greg Dixon, your Chief Enabler for Shared Visions Unlimited Publishing Marketing. And today we're going to talk about this. It's the golden marketing sales machine with Conversion Alchemy. So Roy Dickan here and I and other collaborator, Betty Withrow, have been working with marketing. We're providing marketing services for clients for, I think, something like 3 years now. And we've done a lot of different things. We each bring something different to the table. And Roy's what Roy was doing, his background, he's got deep knowledge of Google's algorithms, search engine optimization, and also Google profiles. And we say, if you're going to do a Google, if you have a physical location, you're going to do a Google business profile. You probably also want to do a Microsoft and an an Apple profile. So, because it's mostly works on the phone when people are searching for locations and they pop up. So but we've gone on a while. About 2 years ago, Roy started working with some developers and have come up with this thing called Conversion Alchemy, which is an AI tool that actively goes out in two ways. One is if you give it search words, and it acquires leads for people who are searching for those search words, puts them into a database, and then we subscribe them to an email sequence. Email is probably one of the most powerful marketing tools ever, and so we put it into an email sequence, and you're in the database so that you have it forever, and you can send out announcements, event invitations, all sorts of things. It's in your database forever, your mailing list. Very powerful tool. And there's also another mode for this is called site leads, and there's you put code snippets on your landing page, and it will acquire people who are visiting your page and put them into the database and subscribe them to the email sequence, and you're off and running. So the area that I'm combining this with is the golden marketing sales machine, and I've been doing this for quite a while, trying to really play the search engine game and the online presence game. So really the idea here is to get content out everywhere, have it highly optimized for search engines, and all linked together to bring people into your special offer. So I have, in the last few weeks, I've been able to take something completely new, create a website, create some offers, put it out there, and get traffic from searches, from Google searches, from YouTube, and and social media listings also showing up in searches, and with pretty good results. Basically, here it says dominate your niche, so get you everywhere. So if you're curious about this, you can search for Greg Dixon Marketing or Greg Dixon Writing, and you'll see a lot of listings in the top of the searches, which is not so easy to do. So who's this for? Really, we think it's for anybody who has an offer that converts. That means something that people want to buy. It might be a service, it might be a product, might be a course, might be a book, anything like that. So if you have something somebody will pay for it, this will get it in front of people and give them an option to buy. So we listed off some of the people we tend to work with. They're authors, high-end coaches, entrepreneurs, professional practices. We've been doing quite a bit of work with dentists recently, and for them, and also attracting dentists into our program. Real estate investors, course creators, artists, musicians, network marketers, and whatever you do. Again, if the main thing is you're doing a lot online and you have something that somebody wants, this will get you out there. So I'm just going to run over basically what the main parts are. So for one is create a compelling offer. Next one is create a compelling landing page or website. And they will have opt-in buttons. There's always going to be a call to action. And what that will be will depend on what you're offering. And for a high-end coach, it's probably sign up for a mailing list and maybe with a lead magnet of some sort, or make an appointment with you. And if something fairly simple, they'll be simply just click on the button and buy it now. Yeah, so that's the landing page. We craft an email sequence. Right now, we're for this offer, we're assuming we're going to create 8 pieces of email, and we'll work with you to come up with what that content is, and and that will go out once people are in there. Either if they opt in on purpose, or Conversion Alchemy puts it in there, they're going to get this email at a frequency we choose. It could be once a day, once every 3 days, whatever works. The general rule of thumb is the more often, the more effective it is. Though some people have a hard time getting over that. But if you check in your email, there's probably stuff you get every day that you read every day, and it takes action. You're clicking on stuff, subscribing to stuff, buying stuff. And as I mentioned before, you need an opt-in to get in there, so people can voluntarily opt into this thing. So the next step is to create blog posts. So the easiest thing is, let's say you've got 8 email messages. Each of those can be created into a blog post and optimized for search engine optimization. And my practice, and a lot of this is a daily practice, is I create list the page to the search Google Search Console, so it gets listed as quickly as possible. And again, every blog post will have a call to action. Usually it's a link back to the landing page where you're going to get them to do something. And often you can just repeat that call, like an appointment to meet with you. I generally put in every blog post, and maybe even if there's something to purchase, a button to purchase right there on the spot. And then the same kind of that content can go on social media posts. And I use YouTube a lot. Like this broadcast here is going out to LinkedIn, 3 Facebook pages, my Facebook profile, and also YouTube. It could go out to other places, but those are the ones I'm focusing on now. And then again here, if you've got one of the posts that seems to be pretty effective, you can get pretty good mileage out of sort of $30 to $50 on with Facebook advertising, and that could be a great way to get thousands of people looking at your offers. And so as I mentioned before, I have had pretty good success taking something, and I can launch, if we're following that approach, I can get your presence well into the search engines, start bringing traffic into the website, and ideally, if you've got something that appeals, you'll get people signing up for your mailing list and hopefully purchasing. So I'm working on a book and a training program for you to implement this. It's not ready yet, so eventually I want to be able to teach people how to do it. Mostly it's a matter of understanding the strategies and fairly consistent practice, something you could do daily or 5 times a week just to have great success. And or we can work with you to implement it. So Roy and I are available to help you with all of this. And especially if you're like when we work with dental clients, for sure, and probably more professional practices, is people don't have time to do this. So we pretty much do everything, manage everything for those clients, and that could be you. And so what does this done for you cost? So we're putting this as an introductory of $388 per month. We're not sure we can afford to do this, but we're going to give it a shot. We want it to make it affordable. and for people to get going. Uh, and it includes everything, all the moving parts for what I do, plus a modest budget for Conversion Alchemy leads and Facebook post boosts. We'll have it. The idea here is if it works for you, if you're with Conversion Alchemy and the Facebook things, you can always we can boost up the budget for that and just do more of it. Like if you have an ad that's you're paying $1 for and it's returning $2, you keep on adding money until you stops returning on your investment. But we just keep on going, so we can scale this up. And what we do is we review the results near the end of the month, and then make adjustments, see if it's working, see if we need to add more things to it. Maybe we need to create a small book as a lead magnet, all sorts of things. So all things are on the table, and this is a dynamic process, but it could just simply run like a sales machine, and we just keep on going it daily, doing the blog post, doing the for sure the social media posts. I use a tool called Meet Edgar, where I can schedule things and put them out, and maybe even automate it, so you put the same post out every 10 days or something. Yeah, just get out there. One person said you could take the exact same post and post it 4 times on Facebook, and not one person would ever see it more than once. So perhaps it's not possible to overpost. And here again, if you want to learn more about it, click on the Discuss with Greg Dixon button, make an appointment, and we'll find out what it is you want to achieve and whether this can help you. And let's get going. And if you're ready, you think you're ready, just start now. We can start working on this thing. You start with a meeting. The first thing will be we'll have a meeting with you to understand what your goals are, get as much information about your products and service and what you're offering, and then just get going. Just do it now. So yeah, again, thanks for tagging along, and we're going to next week. Roy and I are probably going to get on screen and explain some of the differences, and we're probably also going to say, for example, how this would work for a dental clinic. What's different, because most of it, the basis is the same, but there are some differences. And also, if you're an entrepreneur and want to do it yourself, like some of you have all these tools, you're doing most of it, and this is mostly a practice and a strategy that you could just do more of what you're doing and then fill in a few things that you're not doing. So that's why I think this is both a done for you kind of opportunity, and also it's an opportunity for us to teach the strategies. So anyway, thank you for joining today, and we'll continue the conversation next week. Thank you.